Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Kyle the Rancher here. Welcome to the Curious African. Today I want to show you something spectacular. I don't know if you've seen it. This is something that happens a lot here in Uganda. Now let me show you how to make charcoal. Charcoal is a huge thing here in Uganda. I don't know if in your country it's the same thing. If it is, kindly drop a comment, tell me whether you use charcoal like this, because here in Uganda, it's a phenomenon. It's a huge business for people, especially the locals who actually make the charcoal. Of course, the middlemen make more money, but the guys who actually cut the wood, burn the wood, and pick the charcoal are the real VIPs, believe me. Now, let me give you just a quick recap of what's exactly happening with the charcoal situation in Uganda. Charcoal is a primary cooking fuel in Uganda, heavily used by urban households, actually over 65%, and institutions driving significant deforestation as it's primarily sourced from illegal logging. If you look at me right now, here, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm basically trying to clear my farm. I'm just trying to make sure that the cows can have enough grass. So I was like, you know what? If I reduce all this wood, it will actually benefit me as well, because I might make some money on the side. So this is exactly what we're doing. What we're doing is definitely not illegal. I actually need most of this wood out of the farm because I have so much wood on the farm and I need it clear so the cows can eat properly. While firewood is more common for the overall population, and that's over 85% of Uganda's population, charcoal is essential for urban areas like Kampala, where around 82% of households rely on it. In urban areas, 65.7% of households use charcoal, a figure that reaches approximately 82% in Kampala alone. Yeah, that's how serious it is. For the entire country, though, of Uganda, 13% of the population uses charcoal as their primary cooking fuel. Whereas institutions are also significant consumers because apparently they use up to 900 metric tons of charcoal daily for cooking. So if you look at this business, it's a huge business. For the locals who cut the trees, as you can see, we cut the trees clear. It actually took us like a whole week cutting these trees. It was so tough, but somehow we made it through. We cut all the trees, and then of course we had to carry the trees, put them together, make sure we cut them. You have to cut them in a way that there are no corners, they have to be straight, and then you have to pack them properly, like you see over here, yeah? Properly make it a proper kiln, and then get ready, of course, to cover. Now, the tricky part is covering the wood. Now, what you do when you're covering the wood is that you first look for ways. You look for like a bunch of leaves, whatever you have that can cover the wood before you put soil on top of the wood. It's tricky. It's very tasking. It's a hard job. And honestly, after doing this, I fell sick for 2 weeks. I'll be honest. I fell sick for 2 weeks. I don't know if it's the mosquitoes that ate me while I was up there in the field, or the body just got shocked because I had never been exposed to such kind of work. This kind of work is intense work, and I was really into it. I really wanted to do it, and I did it. But honestly, that money was probably the hardest money I have ever made. It almost took me with it. It wasn't easy, but finally I did it. But you see, these guys in the village are used to the work. They're used to the work. They burn charcoal all the time. They make money off it all the time. So for them, it's just a piece of cake. But for me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to work with you guys. But believe me, I regret. Honestly, going forward, I will not take part directly, but I'm just going to give them the trees they burn so they give me the money. How about that? That could as well work. After you've put your kiln together, it's very important that you look for leaves, like a lot of leaves, a bunch of leaves. Cover the wood just before you put soil on it. If you look at this in the sides, you can see they first cut some soil, put it in the sides, and then on top is where the leaves are. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. But this guy did so well. He did so well. I was so impressed. He taught me so much on the farm. And of course, after that, he just chills, smokes his cigarette, and just looks in the sky and just waits the thing out, because he knows that money is on its way. Now, look at how clean this kiln looks, because he's put a lot of soil already, and he's going to actually add more soil, because the more the soil, the better the charcoal that will actually come out, because the wood inside will burn properly. You find that you have to remove most of the wood that is not well burnt, and then you have to reburn it, because either way it has to turn into charcoal. So to avoid double work, you have to make sure that it is burnt properly. As you can see, these guys as well, this is kiln number 2, by the way, because I was using 2 different camps, and this camp did so well. You can see how they have put it together. The soil looks good. It is well done, and this is a marvel. It's proper engineering. Believe me, it's not easy work, but for them it's a piece of cake. These guys are just experienced, I guess. They're really good. They're really good at it. So after covering, then of course, like I showed you earlier, after covering the soil, of course, you put in the fire and you have to wait it out for at least 3 days, 3 to 4 days. So you can actually start picking the charcoal. Now, this is the hardest part. Look, this is all charcoal here that you're looking at. It's all charcoal. But the hard part is actually getting it out of the soil. Yeah, to separate it from the soil, because you have to use your hands. Like these guys were using hands, picking one piece at a time. It was amazing. Like, now I understand why charcoal is actually very expensive in Kampala, because a bag of charcoal in Kampala is about 80,000 shillings. In dollars is perhaps between $25 and $30 a bag, and it depends on the way you use it at home, the way you cook. You can just use it for a week, for a month, depending on how much food you cook. Anyway, in the end, you can see this is a charcoal, and down here it's just about 40,000 a bag. If you're in Kampala and you probably want to start a charcoal business, I could be your plug. Let me supply you.